All right, quick turnaround. Obviously, tough loss the other night. Kids played very, very well, competed very, very well. Certainly had our chances to win the ball game late. A lot of good. Obviously have some things that we needed to that we got to get fixed, and they're pretty obvious. But the one thing that is good to see is continued great effort, continued physicality, and I thought the guys continued to play well together. So tough loss to a very, very good team on the road. Those games are hard to come by in this league, and so it's had two tough ones in a row right now that feel like you probably should have gotten. But anyway, quick turnaround. Thursday night, big home game for us. Very, very good South Florida team coming in here. I mean, they pounded Temple Saturday evening down in Tampa. And anytime you have a 45-minute time of possession and run for, I think their yardage gained rushing was 454 yards. So obviously a dominant performance this past Saturday night by them. And they've been playing better and better every week. So it's going to be a dogfight. Good football team coming in here. The kids will be ready to go. Got a big practice this afternoon.
What about South Florida makes them singularly difficult to prepare for on a short week? I mean, you just mentioned that they obviously kind of control and dominated the ball in their last game. Is that maybe one of your fears or one of the things that strikes you that's pretty strong about them, that they can control the ball?
Well, I think that their offensive line is drastically improved. Big physical group. They move very well coached. I've known Alan Mulgridge for 2 decades. He does a great job, always has, and it's what you would expect in second year to see that kind of improvement on the offensive front. And I think that's really, the backs they got a big, powerful back. They have a couple of smaller, fast backs. The young quarterback is dynamic. He's a multiple threat guy. He can throw it, he can run it. Does a good job in the quarterback run game. Does a good job scrambling when the play breaks down and extending plays, and he extends plays and throws it well in the run. He extends plays, with his legs and on the ground. So they have some talented receivers. They're going to be a tremendous challenge for us Thursday night.
How do you find the balance between giving your guys enough rest to bounce back in that game and trying to get them ready? Because you have the practice, obviously, to be ready to play Thursday.
Well, obviously it got compounded drastically with, just everything from Saturday night. We got back, sometime Sunday morning. It wasn't early Sunday morning either. It was on up into the morning. So, yesterday we looked at the film with the kids, did a walkthrough. My biggest concern yesterday was trying to get a little bit, but not get anything on their bodies, and try to get them some sleep last night. So we got out here very, very early, had dinner, and just let them go get some sleep. So today is critical. Tomorrow's critical. Hopefully the weather cooperates. But we just gotta do the best you can. It's a challenge now. It's because it doesn't matter how much the staff is prepared for the game. The kids got to be prepared for the game.
Saturday proved to be one of the better defensive performances we've seen in several years in terms of blitzing and just getting to the quarterback and getting to people in the backfield. Talk about the improvement of your defense overall.
Well, I think you've seen it. I think you saw it last year throughout the year, and I think you've continued to see it this year throughout the year. And I think it's the kids are playing very hard. They're playing together. They've embraced how we want to play. But no, they're going to be challenged Thursday night. They're really going to be challenged Thursday night. So we'll need to improve again. So.
Like a 5.5 hour almost delay to the game. What did you do to keep the kids game ready? What were you guys doing during that time?
Well, we have a rain plan that we always have, and I saw the forecast, even though it was the weather forecast guys said it was a minimal chance of that stuff, but still we had a plan. Now once it got past hour 2, then you had to adjust that plan because you don't carry that much stuff. So we sent somebody to go out, and you can't really we'll just order a bunch of sandwiches. Well, you're feeding an army. So we brought in some bread and sandwich meat and some snacks and some bananas, fruit, Gatorades, all that stuff, and kind of fed them dinner in the middle of this because we knew it was going. After a while, you knew it was going to be a long night, and so just tried to get some food in them, tried to keep them off their feet, got them out of their pads. They stayed in their pads for the first weather delay and the first part of the second weather delay, and tried to talk to them about staying. Had to stay off your feet, stay hydrated, try to get rest. A lot of them were watching film on their phones and stuff like that, and so I thought they stayed pretty dialed in because I've been through those things before, and that's the longest one I've had. But we've had some long ones before, and that's just really the key is how they handle it. And I was very pleased with how they handled it. I think again that shows a lot of how much we've matured. They came out ready to play. I thought we played well early. Obviously had a stretch there. We had had some mistakes that really cost us there in the second quarter that got us in the hole. But we fought back from that and gave ourselves a chance to win the game.
Coach, looking at the replay of the C.J. Johnson play where he got hit in the face, they ruled that was after the play.
Yeah.
It was clearly during the play. Have you got any feedback from the conference or anybody on that particular deal?
I sent it in. I haven't got the feedback yet. But, yeah, it's obviously before the play was over, so I don't know what because they told me it was after the play. Obviously it was not after the play, so we'll see what the feedback is. Because that would have been first and goal. I mean, that's the frustrating thing. First and goal versus them getting the ball. It's like a turnover. And it's just, I don't know. I'm tired of the we missed it. They got to get it right.
Coach, you had multiple possessions at the end of the game.
Yep.
Tie game. What needs to have changed there? What needs to be better there?
Well, the execution, obviously. I thought we had a great opportunity there I think we got it with 1:20 and 2 timeouts. Had a drive going. Had a very makeable third down. Just a better decision right there because we had a play. Didn't make it and ended up having to punt it away. And then we didn't get it back. When we got it back, we didn't get in very good field position. So you had to be careful right there that you didn't give the ball game back to them. But we were very, very aggressive with our play calling there because I felt like we had the momentum. And because what a great job to get ourselves in that situation. And our kids felt like we had the momentum. So, it's just, we just got to execute better right there. You had the play call, you had the situations, just got to execute better.
National stage Thursday night. I guess sometimes when you worry about a short turnaround like this and the guys getting up for the game, but you would think with the national stage, ESPN, prime time, front and center, that they'll be pretty jacked up. The home crowd will be pretty jacked up. How much are you looking forward to kind of putting the product on display on that stage?
Well, I'd be very disappointed if they weren't ready to play. That's the first thing, and that's that was my message to them yesterday. That'd be my message to them today. We're excited about the opportunity. But at the end of the day, a lot of that stuff is just we're excited to be back at home. Really hope we have a great home crowd. It's tough on Thursday nights. Really need the students to turn out. It should be a great atmosphere for them. But a lot of that stuff you can't worry about. I mean, we got to focus on South Florida. That's the big thing. The other stuff is kind of the outside of the realm of the locker room kind of stuff. So we got to focus on South Florida and trying to play well and trying to figure out how to win the ball game.
You mentioned short week, kind of easy. Sometimes that's better when you're coming off a game like that. Is that a good thing, having a short time to think over the last game, just got put behind you and move on?
Yeah, to a degree. I wish it wasn't as short as this one's turned out to be. But yeah, I mean, it's good to go ahead and get back out there and play.
This is Wayne Inman, East Carolina All-American and Hall of Fame offensive lineman from the Pat Dye era. We'll be talking Pirate football all season long on the Sports Objective, the official, unofficial podcast of the Pirates.